I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was 21, leaving college, and at least you know what you want to do.
Space has been one of the topics that have attracted a lot of attention since the inception of time. Several people have visited space in the past, and Richard Branson is currently the most recent person to visit space. There has been a lot of speculation on who the next person will be. Are you not anxious to know the next person that's going to make the notable trip to space? Who is it going to be among those that have shown their interest? Today's video is aimed at unraveling the next person to enter space after Richard Branson. The quest to visit space has been one of the most promising adventures in the world for years. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. For some, it will be a dream come true. Hence, who will be the next? For Branson, it's been an occupation over decades. In 2004, Sir Richard Branson announced his bold claim of making a space plane and to make it ready for commercial services by 2007. However, due to lack of advanced technology and technical difficulties and a particularly fatal crash in 2014, the future looked bleak. Now, after 17 years since his claim, the English billionaire would make his dream come true by venturing into space with a 5-person crew to evaluate the flight before putting it for commercial services next year. The flight took place above New Mexico, with his company Virgin Galactic streaming the event. All mysteries about space will be unraveled in this video. Who Richard Branson is. Born on the 18th of July 1950, the English investor, author, business magnate, and commercial astronaut Sir Richard Charles Nicholas Branson was the one who founded the Virgin Group, and today this group controls more than 400 companies in various fields. Richard has 2 children, but one is deceased. He was married to Kristen Tomasi in 1972 before their divorce in 1979, and now married to Joan Templeman in 1989. For his space career, he got on a mission to Virgin Galactic Unity 22 and spent 1 minute and 12 seconds. At a young age, Branson clamored on his desire to become an entrepreneur. He had launched his first business venture at the young age of 16, the magazine called Student, then in the year of 1970. He set up a mail-order record business following that. During that process, he opened a chain of record stores, Virgin Records, later called Virgin Megastore, in 1972. In the 1980s, Branson's Virgin brand grew rapidly, right as he started Virgin Atlantic Airline and expanded the Virgin Records music label afterward. He didn't stop at that. In 1997, Branson founded the Virgin Rail Group in a bid for passengers rail franchises during the privatization of British Rail. So from 1997 to 2007, his brand was still functioning in the Intercity West Coast franchises and the Intercity East Coast franchise from 2015 to 2018. In 2004, he discovered Spaceflight Corporation, Virgin Galactic base at Mojave Air and Spaceport in California, for the Spaceship Two suborbital spaceplanes designed for space tourism. As a result of his utmost service to entrepreneurship, in March of 2000, Branson got knighted at Buckingham Palace for his work in music, retail, and transport, involving land, air, sea, and space travel. His solid taste for his humanitarian work has become a prominent global figure as well. Just recently, on the 11th of July 2021, Branson traveled as a passenger on board Virgin Galactic Unity 22 at the edge of space, a test flight for his spaceflight company. It lasted approximately 1 hour, reaching a peak altitude of 53.8 miles or 86.1 kilometers. More on Virgin Galactic Unity 22. This suborbital spaceflight of Spaceship Two was launched on the 11th of July 2021 at 15:04 UTC, harboring the presence of its crew, which consisted of pilots David McKay and Michael Masucci, as well as passengers Sarisha Bandla, Colin Bennett, Beth Moses, and Richard Branson. Lest we forget, the launch site was Spaceport America Runway 34, deployed from VMS Eve, and the landing site still Spaceport America Runway 34. Richard Branson entering space. With the goal of creating a winged spacecraft capable of taking up to 8 people, this with the total accommodation of 2 pilots, 6 passengers on a rocket-powered flight that is up to more than 50 miles above the Earth, of which the US considers as the boundary marking outer space. For Richard Branson, he successfully rocketed up to more than 50 miles above the Earth in spaceplane from his rocket venture Virgin Galactic. It was a brief, joyful ride for him. Branson's flight has made him become the first billionaire founder of a space company, having to travel into space aboard a vehicle he took part in the funding. The flight took off from Spaceport America, New Mexico. Beth Moses, who is a chief astronaut instructor at Virgin Galactic with the responsibility of handling the training for all of the company's future customers, has flown to space on Virgin Spaceport Unity once before, during a 2019 test flight. Beth Moses, also as an aerospace engineer, would make sure to ensure her fellow passengers stay safe and likewise see to the proper collection of all the data Virgin Galactic ought to collect on the first flight. Colin Bennett, as a company's lead operations engineer, made it his priority to evaluate the overall experience and to see the proper good shape of the cabin equipment. Saoirse Bandla, the vice president of Virgin Galactic's government affairs and research, would be on board for the science. Bandla would also be handling a University of Florida research project which involves a handheld fixation tube, according to the company. In addition, Virgin Galactic says that Branson's job was mainly to use his observation from this flight training and spaceflight experience to enhance the journey for all future astronaut customers, according to the company. Who can go to space? It is certain that almost anyone who is ready and capable of affording it can go. You just need to know the cost of a ticket to space. For Axiom Space, it costs $55 million per person. Part of this goes to NASA, with which the new private astronauts then charge $10 million a week per private astronaut for crew time, and other charges are included, the likes of smaller charges of $2,000 a day per person for food. For Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson's space venture, they've been charging $250,000 for suborbital flights where passengers would experience a few minutes of weightlessness before falling back to Earth. It is likely for the ticket sales to go up when sales reopen later this year. The price is yet to be communicated, but analysts have said it would be expected to be about $500,000. For Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, which the price is yet to be announced for the suborbital New Shepard spacecraft, it is said that the online auction for a seat in its first human spaceflight mission has gone well over $3 million, and it is expected to move higher for the live auction scheduled for Saturday. Could there be any training exercise involved to go to space? For Blue Origin, it has been said on its website that the training for its flights lasts only a day, saying, "The day before launch, you will learn everything you need to know to make the most of your experience as an astronaut." The package of this training includes mission simulation and instructions on your in-flight activities, such as operational procedures, communication, and maneuvering in a weightless environment. For Virgin Galactic, they said it's their utmost priority to offer its future astronauts an unmatched, safe, and affordable journey to space without the need for any special prior experience or significant prior training and preparation. The training is expected to last 3 days at Spaceport America in New Mexico. Here, passengers will go through a customized medical screening and flight protocols, emergency procedures, and G-force training. In addition, they will learn how to exit their seats and experience weightlessness, floating about the cabin and placing themselves in a positive at one of the many windows around the cabin, sides, and top. Once they've enjoyed several minutes of weightlessness, our astronauts will maneuver back to their own seats to prepare for re-entry and the journey back into Earth's atmosphere. Compilation of efforts over the years for Virgin Galactic has made them able to build a community of want-to-be astronauts, having done training in coordination with Virgin Galactic by flying zero-G parabolic flights and going into a centrifuge to help them adapt to increased gravity forces. Then lastly, we have the Axiom Space, which aims to offer a much more ambitious mission of a week on the International Space Station. They have a training curriculum lasting for about 17 weeks at facilities overseen by NASA, the Japanese, and European space agencies. They also mentioned that training prepares the participant as an astronaut, develops a deep camaraderie with fellow astronauts, and truly inaugurates one as a member of the exclusive space traveler family. List of other iconic billionaires planning on going to space. Here's a look at some of the biggest names of billionaires planning to go to space as well. These people are several high-profile business leaders, entrepreneurs, and successful dreamers, and have made huge, significant investments. Aside from Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos, we have the likes of number 1, Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, curious about what it could look like out there. He has gone the extra mile along with scientist Stephen Hawking and Russian venture capitalist Yuri Milner, who have aligned themselves with the Starshoot project. At number 2 is Robert Bigelow, the owner of the Budget Suites of America hotel chain. Number 3 is Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft and sole investor behind Burt Rutan's Spaceship One, won the 2004 Ansari X Prize competition. Number 4 is James Cameron, an investor with Google CEO Larry Page and executive chairman Eric Schmidt in Planetary Resources. At number 5 is Naveen Jain, who founded Moon Express, a private venture in association with space technology guru Dr. Barney Pell and space futurist Dr. Bob Richards. Hence, it has made a record of clearing paths for private U.S. companies looking to explore and commercialize space. Several other entities are also planning to make trips to space, but the next person Branson is not stamped yet. The populace is keeping an eye on their development and the steps they are making towards realizing their cause. Several factors are important for planning a successful trip. Technology is advancing every day, and it's one of the worldwide expectations that the adventure will be easier in the coming years. The question is, who's next? This is the point we call it a day on today's video. Now you know more about Richard Branson's space travels and potential people going to space. Subscribe to this channel and like this video to enjoy all of the exciting content that we have in store for you.